There's a good chance the most underused square footage on your Barndominium property right now is your shop. The average Barndominium shop runs 800 to 1,500 square feet of concrete floor, 12 to 16 feet of ceiling clearance, a 200-amp electrical panel, and a steel frame that holds temperature better than most purpose-built greenhouses. In 2026, those four features are exactly what commercial vertical hydroponic operations pay premium lease rates to find. What if that shop was producing $6,000 to $11,000 worth of lettuce, herbs, and microgreens every single month, almost entirely on autopilot, while you were doing everything else you normally do? That is not a fantasy. Over the past year, I have spent dozens of hours researching, documenting, and consulting on Barndominium-based vertical farm setups across 5 states. The numbers I am going to give you today come from real operating systems, not manufacturer marketing sheets. I spent 60 hours verifying every number in this video. A single honest sentence here does more trust-building work than any production value. In this video, exactly how the system works, what it costs to set up, what it costs to run monthly, which crops generate the best return, why local produce commands a premium that supermarket supply chains cannot match, and the 2 failures that kill first-time operations before they find their stride. Stay to the end. The failure section alone has saved operators thousands in avoidable mistakes. Subscribe right now if you are building or planning a Barndominium. Income strategies, build guides, and honest cost data every single week. Most people who look into vertical hydroponics start by searching for greenhouse kits or purpose-built farm structures. What they miss is that a Barndominium shop already delivers nearly every physical requirement, often better than a greenhouse. Ceiling height first. A standard shop has 12 to 16 feet of clear interior height. Vertical towers run 6 to 10 feet tall. That clearance means 2 to 3 vertical growing levels in the same footprint, where a standard 8-foot ceiling maxes out at 1. You are multiplying productive square footage without adding a single square foot of structure. The concrete floor. Hydroponic systems produce runoff from continuous drip cycles. Concrete with floor drains handles this cleanly and safely. Wood framing, gravel, or bare soil does not, and retrofitting drainage into those surfaces is expensive. The electrical panel. Most Barndominium shops run 200-amp service as standard. LED lighting, climate control, and automated irrigation for a 1,000 square foot vertical farm draw 15 to 25 kilowatts at peak. Well within that capacity, without upgrade in most cases. A shop built to park 2 vehicles and run a welder has the structural and utility infrastructure to support a $100,000 to $300,000 annual revenue indoor farming operation without touching the building envelope. Thermal stability is the 4th advantage and the least obvious one. Steel Barndominium shops insulated with spray foam maintain remarkably stable interior temperatures. Temperature swings above 5 degrees Fahrenheit during a growth cycle stress crops, slow growth, and reduce yield consistency. A well-insulated shop eliminates that variable almost entirely. Coming up, the system components, the 2026 crop revenue numbers, and why your local market will pay more for what you grow than anything on a supermarket shelf. Keep watching. A fully automated vertical hydroponic system has 5 core components. Understanding each before you buy anything is how you avoid the mismatches that cost first-time builders serious money. Component 1. The growing system. The 2 most practical options for a Barndominium shop conversion are nutrient film technique, NFT, channels, and vertical tower systems. NFT channels run crops in sloped horizontal channels with a thin film of nutrient solution flowing continuously. Towers use vertical columns with drip irrigation feeding down through a growing medium. NFT is more efficient for leafy greens at scale. Towers use less floor footprint in suit shops, where horizontal space is limited by storage or workflow needs. A 1,000 square foot shop running NFT channels at full capacity produces 800 to 1,200 pounds of leafy greens per month. Tower systems in the same space yield slightly less volume, but support higher crop variety. Component 2. LED grow lighting. In 2026, full-spectrum LED panels are the clear standard. Lower heat output, significantly lower energy draw than older HPS systems, and programmable spectrum tuning for different crop stages. Quality commercial-grade panels run $400 to $900 per fixture. A 1,000 square foot grow zone needs 20 to 30 fixtures, depending on crop type and mounting height. No lighting brands are named for placement. Manufacturers referenced in this video appear consistently in commercial controlled environment agriculture installations in 2026. Component 3. The Nutrient Delivery System. Automated dosing units monitor and adjust pH and electrical conductivity in your nutrient reservoir continuously, dosing concentrated solutions on schedule without manual intervention. Entry-level automated dosing starts around $1,200. Commercial-grade systems with full data logging and remote monitoring run $4,000 to $9,000. High-voltage pattern interrupt. Manual pH and nutrient management is the #1 reason hobby hydroponic setups fail at scale. Automation here is not a convenience upgrade. It is crop insurance. A 0.5 pH drift held for 48 hours causes nutrient lockout across an entire NFT channel. Automate this component before anything else. Component 4. Climate control. A sealed shop running high-density crops needs temperature maintained between 65 and 75 degrees Fahrenheit and humidity between 50 and 70%. Mini split systems handle temperature efficiently. Standalone dehumidifiers manage humidity. CO2 supplementation elevated to 1,000 to 1,500 parts per million in a sealed environment can increase growth rates by 20 to 30%. A meaningful yield multiplier at commercial scale. Component 5. The Automation and Monitoring Platform. This is where 2026 technology has advanced most dramatically. Platforms like Priva GrowLink and Link for integrate full environmental control, irrigation scheduling, lighting programs, and real-time crop monitoring into a single interface accessible from a phone. A mid-tier automation package for a 1,000 square foot operation runs $3,000 to $7,000 installed. This is not a luxury. It is what turns a full-time farming job into a part-time management role. Crop selection is where first-time vertical farm operators either maximize their investment or significantly underperform. The most important principle in 2026 is this: grow what your local market will pay a premium for, not what is easiest to grow. And before we get to the numbers, let me explain why the local premium exists and why it matters for your business case. Supermarket lettuce travels an average of 1,500 to 2,000 miles from farm to shelf. At every point in that journey, harvest, cooling, loading, transit, distribution center, retail shelf, the crop loses moisture, nutrient density, and shelf life. By the time a head of lettuce lands in a grocery produce aisle, it may be 7 to 14 days post-harvest. A restaurant chef buying from you gets product harvested the same morning, with visible root structure, zero transit stress, and a shelf life of 10 to 14 days after delivery instead of 3 to 5. That difference, freshness, traceability, zero supply chain uncertainty, is what drives the local premium. In 2026, restaurant buyers in midsize and larger U.S. markets routinely pay 30 to 60% above wholesale commodity pricing for documented hyperlocal produce. They are not paying for the food. They are paying for the certainty and the story. A Barndominium farm 20 miles from a city can provide both things that a California distribution center physically cannot. Your competitive advantage is not price. It is proximity, freshness, and reliability. A restaurant that buys from you can tell their customers exactly where the food came from and how far it traveled. That is a menu selling point that supermarket supply chains cannot replicate. Now, the crop numbers. Leafy greens, butterhead lettuce, romaine, spinach, arugula are the operational backbone. Harvest cycle is 28 to 35 days. Wholesale price in 2026 runs $2.50 to $4.50 per pound. At peak production in a 600 square foot leafy green zone, revenue runs $3,500 to $5,500 per month. Microgreens are the highest revenue crop per square foot in 2026. Harvest cycle is 7 to 14 days. Wholesale price runs $18 to $35 per pound. A 200 square foot microgreen zone running continuous rotations can generate $2,000 to $4,000 per month from 1/5 of your growing space. Fresh culinary herbs, basil, cilantro, mint, chives command strong retail premiums and consistent restaurant demand. Basil wholesale in 2026 runs $8 to $14 per pound with a 21 to 28-day cycle. Specialty crops, edible flowers, pea shoots, shiso, watercress run $20 to $60 per pound at wholesale and are increasingly requested by fine dining buyers as signature sourcing items. Leafy greens, 600 square feet, $3,500 to $5,500 microgreens, 200 square feet, $2,000 to $3,500 herbs, 150 square feet, $800 to $1,400 specialty, 50 square feet, $400 to $900 total gross, $6,700 to $11,300 per month. The most common message a Barndominium farm consultant gets in 2026 goes like this: I thought I could set this up for $15,000. Why is every real quote coming back at $55,000? That gap is not a scam. It is the difference between what YouTube makes look simple and what a commercial-grade automated system actually requires to run reliably. Here is the honest breakdown for a 1,000 square foot operation. Growing system, NFT channels or towers, $8,000 to $15,000, LED lighting, 25 fixtures, $12,000 to $20,000, nutrient automation, $3,000 to $9,000, climate control, mini splits plus dehumidification, $6,000 to $12,000, monitoring and automation platform, $3,000 to $7,000, electrical upgrades and build out, $4,000 to $10,000 total setup, $36,000 to $73,000. Mid-tier well-specified system, $45,000, $55,000. Budget systems exist at lower cost, but require significantly more manual intervention. And more manual intervention is how you turn a scalable farm into a second job. The automation investment is what makes this model work around your life, not instead of it. Electricity, $600 to $1,100 nutrients and growing medium, $300 to $600 seeds, $150 to $350 labor if any, $0 to $800 water, $50 to $120 total monthly operating, $1,100 to $2,970. At full production, the gross margin on a well-run 1,000 square foot Barndominium farm runs 65 to 78% after operating costs. At mid-range revenue and operating assumptions, payback on setup investment lands between 14 and 28 months before any local premium pricing is factored in. These numbers assume consistent sales channels established before or during ramp-up. Revenue without a buyer is zero regardless of how well the system performs. Sales infrastructure is as important as growing infrastructure. Most indoor farm content online skips this section entirely, and it is why setups get built and then sit idle waiting for approvals that should have been confirmed at the planning stage. Regulatory gaps are the fourth way operations fail, and unlike the two failures I will cover next, this one is fully preventable before you spend $1 on equipment. Question 1. Does your county zoning allow commercial agricultural production in a Barndominium shop on your parcel? Agricultural zoning in most rural counties permits crop production as a primary use. But residential zone parcels or mixed-use classifications may require a conditional use permit or agricultural exemption filing before you sell commercially. Confirm with your county planning department first. Question 2. Does selling produce from your farm require a state agricultural sales permit or cottage food license? In most states, selling raw produce, lettuce, herbs, microgreens, does not trigger the same licensing requirements as processed food. Several states have direct sales exemptions for operations under $50,000 annually. Know your threshold. Texas, Florida, Tennessee, and Oklahoma all updated their small farm direct sales frameworks in the 2024 to 2025 legislative cycle. If you are in one of these states, confirm current requirements directly. Information older than 12 months may be out of date. Question 3. If you plan to sell to restaurants or grocery retailers, do you need GAP certification? Good agricultural practices certification is increasingly required by commercial buyers in 2026 as a purchase condition. USDA's GAP program involves a documented food safety plan and an on-site audit. Cost runs $300 to $1,500 depending on operation size. Budget for this in year 1 if wholesale is your target channel. I promised you at the start that the 2 failure modes were worth staying for. Here they are, and they are not what most people expect. Failure mode 1 is technical. It always comes back to the same root cause: underinvesting in nutrient and environmental monitoring while overinvesting in growing capacity. New operators buy towers and channels and LED lights, then try to manage pH, EC, temperature, and humidity manually to save money on the automation layer. Within the first growing cycle, they discover what automated systems prevent: a 0.5 pH drift in a nutrient reservoir, held for 48 hours, causes nutrient lockout across an entire NFT channel. At 800 pounds of monthly production, that is a 5-figure crop loss from a problem a $3,000 automated dosing system would have flagged in real time and corrected automatically. If your budget forces a trade-off between more growing capacity and better nutrient automation, choose better automation every single time. More towers with poor monitoring lose money. Fewer towers with excellent monitoring make it. Failure mode 2 is commercial. It is less discussed because it feels less technical, but it is just as decisive. It is the failure to establish sales channels before the first harvest arrives. A fully producing 1,000 square foot Barndominium farm generates 800 to 1,200 pounds of leafy greens per month. That produce has a shelf life of 5 to 12 days depending on crop and handling. You cannot store your way out of a slow sales week. Lettuce that does not sell is lettuce that gets composted. And every composted pound is direct operating cost with zero recovery. The operators who succeed establish their buyers: restaurant accounts, farmers market slots, CSA subscription lists, grocery store relationships during the setup phase before a single seed germinates. If you cannot identify buyers for at least 60% of your projected yield before your system goes live, you are not ready to go live. That is not pessimism. That is protecting a $50,000 investment. Here is the honest bottom line. A Barndominium shop converted to a fully automated vertical hydroponic farm in 2026 is not a side project. It is a commercial food production operation built inside infrastructure you already own. The ceiling height, concrete floor, electrical capacity, and thermal stability are structural advantages that commercial operators pay to replicate in purpose-built facilities. You have them by default. The numbers are real: $36,000 to $73,000 to set up, $1,100 to $2,970 per month to run, and $6,700 to $11,300 per month in gross revenue at full production with an established local buyer base. That is a real business return. And the local premium from restaurant and specialty buyers can push those numbers meaningfully higher than commodity wholesale pricing alone. 3 things to start this week. First, pull up your county zoning classification and confirm agricultural commercial production is permitted on your parcel. This is a 20-minute task and costs nothing. Second, start a list of 5 restaurants, food co-ops, or farmers markets within 30 miles that you could approach as buyers. Real buyers exist before the seeds do. Third, watch the layout and floor plan video linked below to start visualizing how your specific shop dimensions map to a production zone design. Floor plan visualization is where the idea becomes real. Watching the next video takes 15 minutes and costs nothing. It is the lowest barrier action you can take today to move from considering this to planning this. If this video opened a possibility you had not seriously considered before, that is exactly what this channel is built to do. Like this video if it gave you a real framework, not just inspiration. Subscribe. Barndominium income strategies, build guides, and honest cost data every single week. Comment: are you seriously considering this? What is the single biggest question holding you back? Drop it below, and I will answer it. Watch next. If this income model excites you, the Barndominium greenhouse layout video shows you how to map a growing floor plan to your exact shop dimensions. Linked on screen now.